Meet Ethan, a robotics engineer working at one of the busiest warehouses in Chicago. Every single day, thousands and thousands of packages moved through this facility. But there was one thing slowing everything down: human fatigue and the slow manual sorting process. It was a constant bottleneck, creating delays and frustration for everyone involved. The warehouse had a massive issue on its hands. Packages were taking way too long to sort, which meant customers were waiting longer for their orders. As the pressure mounted, mistakes started to rise. Workers were putting in long, grueling hours, and they were completely exhausted. Management was stressed, desperate for a solution. They knew they needed an automated system, but every single attempt they had made in the past had failed miserably. The robots they tried were too slow, their sensors were inaccurate, and the coding was unstable and unreliable. It seemed like they were stuck in a cycle of inefficiency with no clear way out. But Ethan had a different vision. He believed the real solution wasn't a bigger, more expensive robot. It was a smarter one. So he got to work. He began sketching designs, assembling custom robot arms, and coding late into the night, fueled by coffee and determination. He was building a new kind of prototype, a small AI-powered robot that could scan, pick, and sort packages 10 times faster than a human. It used advanced machine learning algorithms and incredibly precise motion sensors to navigate the complex warehouse environment. He tested it again and again. It fell, it crashed, it made plenty of mistakes. But Ethan refused to stop. He saw every failure not as a setback, but as a lesson that gave him a better, more refined version. Then, one early morning, with the first light of dawn creeping into the warehouse, he placed the robot on the floor for another test. This time was different. For the very first time, it worked perfectly. It scanned labels instantly, sorted packages with flawless precision, and moved smoothly through the tightest spaces without bumping into a single thing. Everyone who was there watching was completely shocked. A problem the company had struggled with for years. A problem that seemed impossible to solve was just fixed by one dedicated engineer who simply refused to give up. The atmosphere was electric. They knew they were witnessing something truly special. Within just a few months, Ethan's robot was deployed across the entire warehouse. It wasn't just one robot anymore. It was a whole fleet working in perfect harmony. The results were staggering. Productivity more than doubled. Sorting mistakes dropped to almost zero. And the workers, they didn't lose their jobs. Instead, they were trained for new, higher-skilled positions, moving into supervisory and technical roles to manage and maintain the new automated system. Ethan didn't just build a robot. He built an entire ecosystem that changed the workflow from the ground up, turning a slow, struggling warehouse into a futuristic, automated powerhouse. So, the next time someone tells you that automation is just about replacing people, remember Ethan's story. Smart automation doesn't remove humans from the equation, it empowers them. It elevates their roles and creates new opportunities. One idea, one robot, and one determined engineer transformed everything. It just goes to show what's possible when innovation is driven by a passion to make things better for everyone. Thanks for watching, and if you're inspired by stories of technology and innovation, make sure to subscribe for more.